Well, this is the Town of Selma Special Recreation Advisory Board meeting on March 17th, 2026. We do not have a quorum, so we're not going to call officially a meeting, but we are going to sit here and have discussions about budget so we can keep the world moving forward. So with that, hey, we're called to order supposedly. So we don't need to approve any agendas. We don't, because we can't officially approve them. So we're going to jump right into discussion. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Phil.
All right, guys, I know we put some emails back and forth. Let me show you what's in front of me. Three documents there. I think it was 11 long. I sent y'all earlier. So practically anything changed. Yeah. This one's short, sweet like this.
Yep.
This is the super fun.
Yep. That's gonna
Talk
go
about
well.
this library. This looks weird. No lines.
Yep.
It's the report right off of our finance.
Okay.
Anything, and we'll refer back and forth to this as we discuss it. And this one with the blue, it's the same document, it's just the dates are made this week. Where I think we'll be a little bit closer. Where would you like to start?
So, you know what? Let's, because it's going to direct, I think, some of our other conversation, let's actually start with library.
Okay.
Um,
So let me give you, and Nancy help me.
yeah.
I'm just short.
Yep.
Family name superintendent. Itself, passed away many years ago. She started basically an internal trust, what I call it, benefit library, called super. And, it was $700,000. Money was spent to support the library and expansion. Had some specific entitlement. Well, over the years, most of that thing has gone. And, everybody's gone in the family and had specific ways that money was to be expended, which is, as far as the rec board making a decision on how to expend it. So that's where we're at now. I think it was
60,000.
60,000.
And
Left in the fund. There are no rules on you as far as how quick it gets spent. It's not like our deadline. But as the library related, and I asked our librarian to come up with a list of needs. That's what that list is here. And Anthony actually met with her
I
this
did.
week and talked specifics, put out all on some stuff.
Yep. You want me to do my piece on this real quick? I'll add some stuff to that. So, first off, the name blew me away because I'm used to dealing with state government. So, I saw Suber and I really, for the first 5 times I looked at it, I thought somebody had misspelled Superfund because I thought it was Superfund money.
Term state, yeah.
And I was like, you know, my head kept twisting sideways, and then I finally figured out, wait a minute, that's somebody's name, and they gave some money to the town. It does have some spending rules on it, like kind of the idea of what the money was supposed to be spent for, but we have some latitude with how we deal with that. So when I went and discussed with her the other day, we talked about most of the things on the list here. And I came up with 3 project ideas that I like to get behind, and I've handed those out to each of you, and I've numbered them 1, 2, and 3 for a reason. So the first one is on here where she's got the handicap door replacement, and she's got 12 grand. That's actually the one that's listed project number 1 of mine, and I gave a purpose project and a preliminary budget for it. The second is just a page that shows a diagram of the library and which doors we're talking about. The doors aren't really handicap accessible. In my opinion, probably if we went over there with a tape measure, it would not meet the ADA standard, which is from when the door opens, from the seam of the door to the other frame has to be at least 36 inches. It's too tight. Fortunately, those are framed in with side lights, I would really love to see us just take both of those frames out and replace them with 42-inch opening doors, since her opening hardware already has a problem anyway. Because that's the handicap door replacement of 12,000. It's not going to cost us a whole lot more to move the doors up and still do the
She
replacement.
actually got a couple quotes.
She did. $8,000. $8,000 was the actual quote that she got, and
I mean,
so
honestly, those doors are hard to open for
Period.
non-handicapped.
Yeah.
I mean, I go in them. I don't even know,
Megan
like,
stuff.
my 5-year-old can't open those doors.
exactly. And so I would like to just see them be replaced with properly functioning, big wide doors. She has a group come in where they bring kids on the bus that are almost all of them are in wheelchairs, and they do that like once a month, and it's a struggle every time. And so I'm just like, you know what? Let's just fix this problem instead. So that was my suggestion for one of these that we deal with.
Okay.
Was to give them $15,000 out of that money to go fix those doors and like truly replace them, upgrade them, and get them working right. That was my version.
Okay.
It's funny that this project's in there. I was in there a week and a half ago, and I was looking at those going, why do all of the computers not work?
Because they're
Not that I'm even using them, but I was just
Right.
looking at them going,
because they're a disaster. So that was that one. So that's actually number 3 on the list that he gave us. My second project idea was the computers. So we started looking at them. She has computers, and for me as a computer guy and doing IT, this made me cringe, that were built in 2009.
Wow.
Almost 20 years old. Like, and we're still expecting them to work. She's supposed to have 10 computers there. She has 7 working computers and 3 that are not functioning. She needs 2 printers that are connected to the Wi-Fi so that the public can access the little app, print, and do all of that stuff. They can't do that right now. They literally have to send something to the public, to the library Gmail, then the staff has to open it, print it, and then charge them for the documents, which we can only take cash right now. And if they don't have exact change, we may or may not be able to take care of it.
I don't think we'll have to add that as a purchase, because we should be able, we talked about that, last week. Wireless printer, we should be able to work with our contract.
Oh, okay.
Purchase, because we have a contract for this now.
So you think you can get those under the new contract?
Yeah, that's why it's got cost.
Okay.
Cost, so that should be a capital.
So then we should be able to knock that 20 down to the 15 that it should be. So that's awesome. I think we should do that one. That's my second one, is to do that. Now, if you look at that second picture though, I also think we should move the computer lab, and I talked with her about this and she likes this idea. So right now it sits in the little blue triangle down here on the right side of the drawing. Moving the computers back where the nonfiction is behind the Suber room, in that little room in the back. Because she has some disjointed functionality right now. So live with that thought, moving the computer lab back there. And if we had to, we can use that other money there if there's any additional expenses to move the lab. If it has to be rewired and there's capabilities that need to be done, we could use it for that. And then the final one was actually kind of my pet dream. The little expenses on here, hot glue guns and things like that, should just be expenses in my opinion. And the new security system. So will you refresh everybody with what you just told me?
So I don't think it's that major problem with security system. Problem, keep it, got that about, just keep it, change the thing, it's not a problem. So I think that's something that can be put off if we need to be.
Now, my third thing. Start with the picture of the library. If you want one of these, I've got a set for you so that you can, yeah, I've got a whole set for you here, and there's even a set that we can give to Dalton. So, but you can have that set for now. We're on the third one. So, everybody's been in the library all through it, right? So you know how we have that awesome train display in the back? Well, it gets missed if a kid doesn't know about it, or if the staff doesn't have a chance to tell them about it. They don't go back there. They miss it completely. I would like, right where you see new train area, to put up a wall with an archway just matching the other one right there, across that room. Right now, there's bookshelves running like this. Put a little wall there and move that area there. It's the exact same length as the current display area, and we could do some fixes because there's a broken train in the display, and it doesn't have everything. It needs to be updated. It needs to be, cleaned up, all that good stuff, and fixed. I also would like to see it have a step up for little kids, because right now they have to stand on one of those
It's like a
wobbly
rickety stool.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Every time my grandson gets up there, it freaks me out. He's gonna fall off that thing, and he goes running back there without us and stands on it. So, anyway, to do that, then to move all the little kids' tables back there where the computers would now go, all those little tables that she's got back there, move them where the computers were, and in the Suber meeting room, the bookshelves that are behind the front of the room and the bookshelves on the side are actually all kids' books, but none of the kids know they're there. They have to be told they're there. So I'd like to see them moved over here as well. The only thing of that so far that's really costing money is the train area. But then I'd like to theme the whole freaking kids area to be just train related. We're supposed to be a train town. We lean into it. Our logo has a train on it. We have the oldest wooden station and the oldest working station in the state right here. We should be train themed. We own that library, so we should theme it. My thought, if you look on the third page, we can either pay for these, or we might even be able to find volunteers to make them. Imagine cutouts that are on the ends of each run of bookshelves to make them look kind of like trains. So at the end, you got a different train on each one of them. Carpets laid around that are train tracks. You can even go as far as you want, put signs up that tell them how to get to where, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to put a limit on that. We got dreamers that can dream it up, but the point is I think that we should put money into that and make our library pop. Our library already has one thing. We're the only library in the entire county that has books on DVD and movies. We're the only one in the whole county. So, but our kids are disjointed. Right now they go in there, they have to go in 4 different spaces to know to do the kids stuff at the library. I'd like to see all that brought to one space.
Yeah, I mean, we go to the library when we could walk. We could,
Yeah.
but we don't.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's 80% of the people that we see in there are kids or families with a kid. And that's, I think, any local library is kid driven, right?
It is.
There's studies. The state Mississippi just went from the 47th in education to like top 10 in education over the last 5 years. And what they did is they implemented a reading like hurdles. They have to be able to read basically to pass 3rd grade. And like reading is statistically proven that if you can read and comprehend at a young age, everything else, math, is easy, and you get better grades. And so like, I asked my wife, "Hey, what would you do to the library if you could make it better?" And she almost said something like that. She actually was saying, "I feel like we talked about it before we did."
Well, completely a dream.
And ironically, and she was talking about like a rail yard, like the entry, like an arch that would you go through, and like that you see it like Barnes and Noble kind of thing, where it's
Sure.
themed and it's fun. And she specifically talking about like a lot of this
So
stuff
I would love to see us
and
do
being
that
in one
with
area,
some
I
of that.
agree.
not being in
Yeah.
3 different.
Make it fun, make it focal, and make it one space.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would love to see a carpet that had tracks and little fake crossings at the doors and stuff, but that could come.
Yeah.
But the point is if we at least push them in that direction, since they now under the Parks and Rec, if we push that in that direction, then maybe we'll start seeing that role. That was my 3rd dream wish for the library. It's gonna probably cost. I put 30 on there just as a budgetary number. It can probably be less. That's just gonna depend.
Less
What-
could be more.
It could be.
Right.
Over time, it will be more,
Yeah.
right? Over time, it will be more. But that was just kind of hey, this would give us something that would drain that, because we've got to run this fund down, and so that's kind of the thing there.
And I know you said like, hey, there's no like timeline on this stuff, but there is. kind of,
Mm,
in the sense that money is less valuable next year. So
That's
$65,000
Yeah.
this year is only gonna be worth 63 next year, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's capable, if you want to say, let's do this project and see what's left, that is capable.
Yeah.
But you're right, but if we let this go for
Yeah.
a year, I
It-
mean, there's no sense.
it's gonna be worthless in a,
Yes, it
yes,
becomes
and-
worth
It's
less
not
and less
it's not
every year.
A good interest bearer at that dollar amount, so.
Right. And so there is another thing that she needs. The library needs a new roof, or at least some roof repair. I don't really know exactly which it will be. That's a very expensive thing.
Yeah, it's about 27-ish.
Yeah. Me personally, and I'm not speaking for anybody else, but me personally, I would rather see that put into our building maintenance budget. That should be, I mean, we now, which was gonna lead to the next part for me, but we have how many buildings that Parks and Rec are responsible for? We should be seriously looking at that budget every single year as to what we need to do to maintain them.
Yeah,
I
most
noticed
of that, and I will tell you, y'all have in front of you. Not that anything's hit, it's that major bill throughout this town, budget every year. because
Yeah.
The public facilities, the public facilities budget handles most, any big, when you see building maintenance, so like, for example, library, $5,500.
Yeah.
It's not for big stuff, that is
Well-
for, the toilet.
Okay, because that's what I was gonna ask you about.
Yeah,
That was
it's
to,
a window broken.
Okay.
That's what they already teach the department. Anytime we know, hey, this floor needs.
so like when we did the Civic Center floor.
So, right, that,
Okay.
that comes out of public facility, so there's many things, and the library does have its own budget.
Yep, they do.
So it's not like it's a line item in this Parks and Rec budget, so, Civic Center's got its own budget,
Mhm.
so a lot of
Yeah.
things. Like, sort of hit, but you just gotta have to find them.
Well, and that's
Gotcha.
what I would, the mark for next year is I would like for us, everybody who sits on this board next year, to be knowledgeable enough to know, especially if we start doing the thing I talked about last time about everybody kind of becoming a SME of a certain thing, us really knowing the ins and outs of what's coming in and going out money wise for that too. So we'll get there. But anyway, those were my three ideas. I don't know if anybody else came up with ideas for the library.
I mean, I looked at the computers we were there for Lego night the other night, so I didn't put anything in paper, but I just walked around and literally pulled the door and was like, looked at the computers, and there was like more signs of do not work than working computers. And I was like, saw that, and then literally talked about my wife in the kids area, going like, it has kids books. It's not a kids area. It's got a couple rugs, and it's not a kids area. It's not a kids area. Like nothing about that like area is like, man, I want to learn. I'm not a 5-year-old. Oh, this makes me want to read.
I want them to
I wanna
feel like
have
it's a
fun reading,
destination.
and-
That's for me.
You know, I feel like our staff there is phenomenal and is so invested in these things, and I feel like that kids area doesn't reflect
I agree.
them.
That was okay. So
So, yeah.
you saw the same things I did basically.
Those are the three things that I noticed there.
Okay.
Which
Um,
they're pretty obvious. You just go.
I know.
Everybody's got to open the door.
This is a new thing and you
Yeah.
haven't hit the ground fully running.
Right.
If you have comments, things you think otherwise, etc., please
Yeah.
feel free to comment.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with all of this. I think that with updating the computers, you can do a lot more work with STEM and we can have a lot more engagement in that space. I think making it interactive will make it fun for more children we'll be able to hold camps or just different activities and workshops there. So I think that you'll get more involvement from the families and the communities if there is like a facelift
Yeah.
to the entire thing. And to your point, if you're able to get in the door without muscling it, it also makes it easier for all. So I think all of these are excellent points. For the roof, I agree with you. If that's something that could come from the facilities budget, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get up to speed, but from a facility standpoint, or even from strictly the library budget standpoint, maybe that's where we can meet in the middle if they can take care of, because it's a huge amount, But if we're pouring, what is this,
Honestly,
60 grand, this is,
I was
that's
gonna
1,
say-
2, and 3, it's 60,000 already.
yeah, if she can get her roof out of facilities, we can give her everything else on this list and some.
Yeah. So if there's a way to meet in the middle in that way, I think then everyone wins.
I think so.
And then also just considering the original fund givers, I'm not sure if they,
The roof
when they
wasn't,
said, hey, we want to donate and we would give stuff to the library specifically, I'm not sure if they expected,
You know,
well, they're gonna let the roof degrade over the years, so hopefully they use it for that.
Right.
you know, I would say we've done construction through that fund, before, we have done this thing before, I mean, and I'm with you, I understand, and that's why y'all put charge out, but I will say, if I got water coming through, nothing else matters.
yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
fix that. I mean, it was
It's
like
not-
the Civic
it's
Center.
not
when-
clear yet, but
It's coming.
Do you think that that's gonna be an issue to have in
I think
in facilities?
hey, it's going up, you know, if we can buy our computers out of this
Yeah,
versus the budget, either way, it's gotta happen. You know, so
right.
One's gonna replace the other.
Okay. Because I mean, I definitely have. So we didn't discuss it, but the way the fund is, we have to make the decision.
Gotcha.
It's not even like it's a really weird situation. We don't say, we're not gonna go, Dalton, please make a note to get the council to approve blah. That's not how this one works.
Gotcha.
When we make that decision, that's how they march forward. So that's why it's a little bit different. We will have to have a quorum to vote on that, so
Right.
we may need to have another meeting at some point to vote on it, but. Do you need to cover anything else about the library? Yeah,
No,
okay.
It's probably, that fund brought more up to life than
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so I think it brought it to light in a good way. I think that, I think it'd be kind of cool. I really do.
I think it'd be amazing. It'd be awesome. Yeah.
It's already, I mean, it's a crazy busy little library for the size of our town.
Mhm.
It's crazy busy. I was in there trying to talk to her yesterday, and I will guarantee you that 40 people came in and out of that library in the hour that I was there talking to her.
That's
So,
exciting.
I
And
mean,
I think doing this, investing in it will bring more traffic there. So,
and I think that that's what, I mean, I mean, if you walk away from the elementary school, you pretty much walk right by it, right? I mean, from my house, it's 3 blocks. So, I mean, it's not very far at all. So, there's that whole side of town. I mean, you see people all the time walking over there. So,
mhm.
cool.
we'll put that on, we'll put it on the agenda.
For the next real meeting. Okay. Then we can do what? Do you need us to, well, that's gonna bring up a question. Do I need to call another special and us get 4 people here to vote on the stuff that that we may need to change for budget stuff?
We don't need
You don't really need that from me, cause we're just
need
advising
a vote on the budget, we just need a vote.
to spend it. So then we'll,
Yeah, we won't need a vote for this, but I mean, yeah. I mean, we need a vote, so we need a vote.
right, exactly, cause we're just recommending to staff what to do with the budget. Then I think we'll probably go to May. I am probably, once we get everything stable here,
Need to firm up some costs.
yeah, it's a wild card. It's a wild card. The only thing that's the 2 things that will be money, will be putting that half wall in. It's a non-structural, so, and it's in a commercial space, so it's not a terrible expense. I used to have to do them all the time. And then what it's gonna cost us to get the train guys to move and redo the display and fix it up.
I think a lot of it might be in even like moving the outlets if we're moving the computer room and stuff as well. That could be a,
We'll have some electrical costs, some
Yeah.
stuff like that. I don't think that's gonna be the killer part. I mean, it hasn't been when in the heck, usually my data cables ended up costing more than the electrical guys did. And so, but yeah, we need hard numbers on it. That's why I threw the number I did at it. I mean, there is some thought behind that number. I mean, I did sit with my old estimating stuff and give it some some thought, but it's a fairly fast and loose number. I do know that we can get involvement from community groups. If we get to the point where we're talking about things like building train ends for shelf roads, we can get community involvement in that. What we can't get in community involvement for is building a wall, moving a train display that needs a new train in it, it needs some upgrades, needs some stuff put into it, things like that. We just can't do that. So. But anyway, so then I guess on to the regular stuff.
Y'all wanna go down line by line and stuff, or?
Yeah.
One, first thing, always, salary wages, that's always expensive. Talk to you a minute about, and it's good, I will tell you that the blue one, knows a mistake when I said that. I got a salary worksheet, spreadsheet we work with, and it combines all the salaries, including part-time. You can see the third line got part-time. So that one
Right.
at the top is inclusive of part-time, so that's a little higher right now. So what we talking about? I know you guys haven't been here that long, but honestly, we have not had Parks and Rec department at work since Joe Carter left in 2018. We had a two-person department, a regular and a worker bee, that actually worked. Understood what Parks and Rec needed, and it was not an 8 to 5 job. It was a 24/7 job, and you figure out how to get off in between. What we would like to do is bring that back with some actual competitive salaries. Because this $40,000-$50,000 salary are not attractive. So that's that number reflects.
That answers like the one question I have is this, are we adding quantity or quality?
Yep.
Both.
Both.
Both. And it's, yeah.
You know, and again, let's talk about, nobody's quite figured out. Just about to say. It's, and it's
Yeah. being-
trying to get a full-time staff, it's just like butterflies running around everywhere. And if they work regular, they actually make some good, these are young people, teenagers. You know, when I was a teenager, I wanted to work, make a lot of money, so I could have a lot of fun. That's all it's about, you know, or say, most of them are smart than I am, I was when I was a teenager. We got plenty of tasks with it.
Yeah.
We want them working more. So today, we've only spent, of our whole budget.
23.
We've only spent $16,000. And I don't see that number at this time being, I hope it won't be tight this year, because we're actually using it. So that's our idea on salaries.
So who all is that gonna encompass for full-times? Our director,
Director and we're still working out. And basically, your regular work, and let's back it. Let's talk about what else got going the next 3 years. And this is catching y'all up, if you know, we got 90-acre tract given to us for an extra reserve. And we have not done one thing. We just got a $500,000 grant right now. You can get that going. But there is a lot of work to do in the planning and the management.
and that does not include,
Have staff.
that doesn't even include the fact that we're trying to get permission to use 3 abutting properties
That's right.
to make the
There's
park.
a lot of work that the manager and the staff are taking on that should be in that department. It's gonna be successful.
Yep.
So that's number one. Number two, we've got failed facilities. We just talked about some stuff that's been let go over the
Yeah.
years from the library. We got parks that need to be worked. Right now, at Brad Wilson Park, I've got 2 major infrastructure projects going on kind of simultaneously.
Yep.
We're gonna try to open that park back up at the end of the summer. And it needs a lot of work. Baseball field has been let go for many years. The park itself is not that bad, it just needs it needs some TLC. But the baseball field's terrible. And, that it should be a showpiece, it was not.
It should be a
So
showpiece.
That
A lot of reasons.
needs a lot of work. We've got a park right down here with this new depot that we're gonna see some ideas and get some direction from Councilman Hayes. But that's Parks Director's job. And I don't have that person. And I'm not gonna get him with these small salaries.
Yeah, cause I mean, I've told you some of my thoughts about that park down there that I
Got a lot
really
of
wanna see.
ideas, but we gotta have somebody that can take ideas and turn them into, something you put in your hand.
We still got $1 million we wanna spend on Harrison.
It's, so you can see there's a lot there, other than day-to-day management. And which that's still a lot. So we got that high individual, and then we got that worker bee that works against sponsorships and things like that. Organizes, which is not that hard, but it seems nobody can get how to do it, organizes sports.
So we're gonna, so you were talking about a director, a sports and an events.
Okay.
Now, is the library staff, since they have their own budget, even though they're not gonna be under this, even though they
have-
fall under that director?
They're managed by, they have a different, their salary.
Okay.
We're just talking about those people.
Are we going to be responsible to be an advisory board to said library? Since they fall under us and they don't have their own advisory?
That would fall under.
So then in the
That's why
future,
y'all were kind
so then in the future, we'll probably need to work with them on what they're.
Yeah,
When it comes this time next year.
there was an actual library.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we have a director, sports,
Athletic or,
or athletics,
yeah.
sports, whatever, athletics, and events, and then the library. So, okay, is everything else gonna be part-times? Except for maybe the library having a couple other full-time staff.
Yeah, they got two, currently, we're not proposing any changes there to two full-timers. And I think they got a part-time budget, and I hate, I would say, 3 part-timers. It's really not bad.
Yeah,
Maybe 5, maybe, just those hours.
sure,
You more or less budget an hour.
okay. How many people are we thinking part-timers for? Let's start with events. For,
Maybe you needed time.
no, how many are we thinking we're gonna be using? Like, how many do we think we actually need?
Bodies,
Bodies.
I'd love to see at least 10.
Okay.
Get rotating.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you just think about a year's time, every practice, there's a guy there, or a guy or gal there that's a part-timer, just
Overseeing.
physically, hold that ball, piece of plate, everything.
right,
That's every practice. Every game, depending on the game,
okay,
takes 2 to 3 bodies.
okay,
So, basketball, you really need 3.
okay,
Because you gotta have somebody with the bears, you gotta, if they're not working, they're on sports table, then you
Sure.
gotta work. We work 1 for Civic Center per event, there's 1 more we talk attendance.
right, right,
For every event. And that varies 30 to 40 times, but that's 1 person.
well,
Railroad
that's,
days, obviously, everybody wants to work, all hands on deck, railroad days.
sure,
Not so much on rock and racer, but, the idea is to get them rotating, give them plenty of hours that they want. This is not part-time job.
Yeah. I think a good partnership for part-timers would be with Triple S. And I feel like that's an easy way to fill those 10 positions for the at least 3 admin full-timers. How are we like advertising that? What do you
So
guys?
currently I've got, we always use our website first and foremost, but, we look at industry type associations and things.
Yeah.
Everyone, fire service, police service, Parks and Rec associations, different ones, use this service. So you tracks out that kind of stuff. The thing about a website, we've got to go to you. We're not going to them. So right now, we've actually, one that HR uses.
are they using the new jobs, what is that new one called? They went away from NC Jobs and now it's broken into 2, and I don't,
I don't remember the name, but I know
Okay.
we just expanded, that's correct,
So, okay,
but that
And
had five.
and that's the only one we're hiring for right now, right? We have,
So,
that's the
Gotcha.
only, the other ones are filled, so it's just the director role.
Gotcha.
so the director's all we need. We have a sports
We do.
coordinator, we have an events coordinator.
Okay.
We need a director. What are we looking
let
at?
me, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Talking about combining.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, so you want
Pay a
one,
lot better, so.
okay, okay.
Is that person Natalie? This is she?
It's,
In the budget, I don't even like to talk about that.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
I
sorry.
wanna avoid.
Sorry. The
It's-
supervisor.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking about position.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So
we're,
right now, we have down as supervisor.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Are we looking to combine that role out of one of those people that have been kind of
We'll
doing
look at
that?
get it closer.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Gotta get it funded and figure out.
Figure out how,
yeah, yeah,
how
right
to
now,
tell them. Yeah.
right now it's about finding the money. What are we looking at trying, what are we thinking we wanna pay a
90,
director?
90.
So we're gonna go to those numbers we talked about, what, a year ago? Okay. Good, good. We might actually get a director at that point.
Yeah.
That should draw some attention.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, when I had the conversation with, the guy I used to work with in Franklin County, he's now, what town is he doing? He's the director for one of the towns, I think it's Wake Forest. And yeah, I mean, he's making a six-figure.
You gotta think what this person is doing and build. You think what we'll need when we get a 90-acre measure reserve.
For sure.
Oh, I know exactly what we need to do that.
On a big, smaller state, you're gonna need full-time staff.
Mhm.
Be a lot of correction areas, it's 24/7 thing. You know, so you gotta, not just what are you doing now, what are you building, what are you planning?
Yeah, that's gonna be a long-term project, that place. We've got a lot, I mean, we haven't even gotten into the conversations about what needs to be done just to get it started going in the right direction. We gotta stop the damage first.
So, yeah,
Okay, So-
from there down to uniform, basically everything related to
of course.
the,
And the number that you put in for 26, 27, or FY 27 is what you're saying that's gonna cover that.
talking about manager.
Okay, Yep, yep.
So uniforms, we kind of kept that the same because a lot of that comes from different events and different part-timers. And that kind of fluctuates. We might hire, you know, 3 small bodies and three X bodies. We don't, it's hard to plan on that. So we try to keep them stockpile.
But you think that 3,000 is gonna cover that? Okay.
You don't normally see a lot of variability in that.
And there's, you know, a lot of people ask, this has nothing to do with sport.
Yeah, this is staff.
Right. Okay.
If you will use a lot, on a long period, all things out of facilities. This
Okay.
is basically that big round white truck. Just, you know, goes 3 miles and 2 miles and 1 mile. So it's, supplies and materials, I'll be honest with you, this one is always kind of like our fluff budget. This is where the unknowns come in. You know, we get a leaking trash can, we buy a trash can in the office. So we have never, I look back several years, we have never spent a lot of money traditionally, so I could have pretty hard for 12 last year.
So that 12 was what we budgeted, not what we spent.
That's what we budgeted.
Okay.
And to date,
Okay.
so I think that's
So you-
I think these numbers are realistic. with what I like.
And
Yeah, and the actual 2025 is the budget for 2025, not the actual.
So, yes, what you got,
Right.
it says as amended, that's what, with any budget amendments that come through you. So at some point,
No, but I see the
then
column that
you've
says
got actual 24 and
fiscal
actual
year
25.
2025
that was what was budgeted.
for
Heard.
2025.
Okay.
Budgeted or spent, because 24 is a number with pennies. There's no way we did a budget with pennies.
24,
Yeah, that's 12,653.38.
yeah, that might be accurate.
So that would have been an
That would
actual.
be, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay,
But 25,
We're still in, that's why it's a minute.
right, but 25 was a looks like that was
That's
not
a
a
budget.
real number, that was
that's
a
not the
budget
extra,
number.
correct.
So you think, you think you're safe at 8,000?
I think I'm very safe.
Okay,
I mean, yeah, we're at
Max is pretty-
19% spent year to date.
yeah. It's
Max
more
is
about, I'm
pretty
really
close
worried
away.
more about the next budget, because if you don't ask for it now, and if we ask for it and we get turned down, but we spend everything that we do get, that's one thing. But if you ask for less and then next year come asking for more, you get shot down 9 times out of 10.
Because you've done it with less before, so I get it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure we're not shooting ourselves in the foot.
Let me explain max decrease to folks. We were given a bill, that the, used to be called the Selma Development Partnership, gave the town. And they always use it as a visitor center that never staffed. We kind of changed it up a little bit, cleaned it up, I'll staff it in. We're planning on doing that with some part-time money. The plan just never worked out. We got to work our butt off to get it there and then nobody took it. So, really got a passion for that place.
Okay.
But it's crapshoot what we did. They put a lot of money in there, because I don't think we spent a lot, but, you know, it's also supplies and materials.
Yeah.
So do you need more than $500? I mean, we can always ask for more and get less, you know? I mean,
Station supply, talk about that.
Yep,
Lots of changes that number got popped in, but we decided, that this year that we wanted to get back into concessions, I hate to ever stop. So we kind of changed that little run look, on the Green Street side.
okay,
To be able to, make it with us, we can make it, concessions, the plans to start this Saturday, this soccer shooting starts.
okay,
So, we'll start slow, popcorn, drinks, bag chips, candy bars, that kind of stuff. Just start slow. But as approached, as we were talking about this, about PCTO, Southern Elementary, stuff,
yeah,
they're interested in doing concessions. And, then whatever agreement we worked out with them, they would just, a portion of proceeds come to some of ours for sponsorships.
gee, so wait a minute, so we get volunteers to do the work and we
They
get to
staff
use the
it.
money to get more kids, to get more money, to get more kids, to get more money, to get more kids. Gee, I'm not
If you have a
seeing,
sponsorship program in place that, you know, you said, hey, I don't have kids, or I got, you know, whatever my kids, but I like it, you can say, well, here's $100. You know, kid needs some help, get a sponsor, or get a membership, or what have you.
yeah, but we've been having,
That's something we can do, so in that program.
Yeah.
but we've been pushing that rock up that hill for a long time and it's been hard to get going.
Saves by the middle.
Relations with the PT.
No,
If these do the
getting
Sponsor.
just sponsorships.
Because you can't really start letting people know and advertise until you actually got it. Ready several times.
Okay.
So I think that's a good thing. You know, it takes a staff member out of it. It takes the judiciary rules out of it because it's their money. They're running how they want to. But that's not in place yet. We gotta get some agreements, in place to be able to do that. So I think that number is extremely high.
Okay,
That's what we
So-
guesstimate what we would probably spend. Now, there was a revenue side on the other side, in our revenue sheet, obviously. But I think we won't be close to this. But until we know, let's just let it sit
okay.
there. Yeah.
Now, just because I've dealt with this in other things, classically, since we own the space, we're not leasing it to them. We're gonna be responsible for making sure that they're safe serve and all that stuff. So is that going in the contract?
Yeah, we get all, I mean, we ain't started on that, but
Okay.
yeah, we get a good reason, on both sides of the contract.
That has been one of the classic reasons why a lot of people have walked away from doing those volunteer things, because their people have to go take the class and get the little certification, and they have to make sure they have the supplies to properly serve food. And a lot of times they back out after that. So that's why I was asking.
And, you know, we can keep it just bag food.
If we keep it to sealed food, that's a lot easier. Even the drinks. You know, if they're bottled drinks, it makes life much easier.
Right. So, yeah, I'd say let's leave it alone until we know, and then we can, do what we call a journal entry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you
All
can
right,
move it.
so here's where we get into it.
Mm-hmm.
We've not had a football season in 3 years. He said, I don't want to ever do it again, but I don't see it happen this year. So my budget.
Do you think with the changes at Brack Wilson, do you think that would inspire?
For this year, they made it this year.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
be ready in time.
Product as the end of September.
Yeah.
So it definitely won't happen this year.
You have to put a lot of work in on that grass.
Well,
You'd be struggling next summer
and
to
even
get
if
it back
that-
to.
If we turn that into the proper baseball field that it's supposed to be, there's no way in the world we want football players coming close to
In the
that
back
field.
of it, yeah.
We did
that's true.
advertise flag football this year. That's something they do record. You know, what I say to these records, here is your go, here's your touchdown. Here's your this, and here you go. These are the things that we can say, we want to bring this back. That way.
Mhm.
Does football need to be the sport we bring back?
After,
I mean-
seeing some of the injuries that happen, very.
That's what I'm worried
But I'm
about
not saying
too.
we're not, it's still a popular thing, and let the community tell us what.
Yeah.
What.
I just wonder how many of them are going to Pop Warner and playing and bypassing, because I mean, if they're serious enough to want their kid playing football, then they're kind of already in that serious category. They may be way past what.
So you're gonna see that in a little bit of these, as we go through each school.
Okay.
You're gonna see either, hey, it's self-funded, or this, these numbers are realistic, for what we spent over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And actually getting deeper into what was spent on the sport versus what was kind of just spent around the sport.
Well, there were some questions that I had about that because.
Charged to do.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we were having stuff going to buckets that I don't know how they got in the bucket they got in.
And David, you had some great questions, and I would have been able to answer them, go a lot deeper than I.
Yeah. No.
So, let's see, outdoor soccer, very, very popular. Not an expensive sport to put on. You can see, we ended last year at 52, we didn't spend it. It's not a very expensive sport to put on. Jerseys, 5 few balls, prepare a net or two. This year we are, you probably run by, we called dirt all winter, we tilled and it looked pretty good.
Looking a lot better.
Really wet spots yesterday with all that rain. We're about to put some seed down. We're taking, actions to keep the grass from not getting destroyed every season. So,
Okay.
so yeah, some of that's there, but I think that's a realistic number that we can live with.
And you don't think that needs to be a little higher for us to make sure we're maintaining the proper balls and equipment and everything for the growing? Because I mean, we've grown every season.
Every single year, I mean, if you like to pump it up, I'd be glad to.
I'm worried because that's kind of our best thing, and I don't want it to fall off the
Yeah.
tracks. So I was kind of
You said
worried about
indoor
that.
soccer is like
Indoor soccer's huge.
Oh my
everything.
gosh,
So like,
soccer.
I
Period.
think the easiest translation is to also spike outdoor
Well,
soccer.
soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, the outdoor soccer fills up. I mean, I
But
don't think
what
we
if-
had an empty spot.
What is the, how many kids do we have for indoor versus outdoor? Is it the same number? Or
No.
No.
No, not even close.
So it's like, how do we get outdoor?
And a lot of it is fall, so
Yeah.
you're competing with, there's baseball cities, there's soccer cities, and stuff, we're a soccer city. But, there's a lot of fall leagues, there's even, let's start with fall t-ball, so you are competing a little more. For winter sport, it's really cool, it goes from basketball,
Exactly.
to soccer, to t-ball,
Yeah.
so we're baseball.
Yeah, our indoor soccer doesn't have any competition.
So it's huge numbers, and I wish I'd broke that down with it, worked so far.
Yeah, but I would like to see that back to the 3,000 in all honesty
I got it.
on that. So thank you.
Baseball, which encounters some t-ball. So here's where we're at with that. Obviously we're beating with travel ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's getting a lot of folks. The t-ball making awesome. I think we're up at like 21 right now, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Congratulations.
we have lost a lot of kids going seven.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes it, you know, I talked to one that was in T-ball with me, Mr. Herb, and I said, hey, where's King playing ball at? He said, man, we need a Friday. So, I mean, it's not good or bad, it's just kids. Miss Sarah Johnson, her daughter went into cheerleading versus, you know, moving on up baseball. But we gotta work on that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody does T-ball. Like everybody plays
Yeah.
T-ball, and that drops off heavily when you go to coach.
So there's a
Yeah.
natural progression there anyway, that kids play T-ball, they got their experience that mom and dad wanted them to have, and then they don't play.
Hey, you know,
But-
every year, them 7-year-olds.
I know,
Yeah.
'cause I played baseball, that was my sport. And yeah, it pains me that we have a field like Bragg Wilson and that thing is just,
So-
yeah.
This is really looking at true college.
Okay,
Okay.
I will say with as many kids as we got since I've done this budget, I think we can put that
I would like to see it be $500 more.
up. Got it.
I mean,
We ain't done it.
it ain't done. We got to get approval. That's
Hopefully
why,
it's done.
honestly, I mean, I'll be honest. I would tell you to put 3 there and see
Just
what the
to be
council
safe.
approves us for. Because I would like to, if nothing else, start spending the money to get the baseball program back to where it should be. Because this town we should be soccer and baseball should just be blowing the doors off of
I
it.
agree.
Basketball's a little more expensive, and we
Mhm.
need to spend some money in the basketball program, and we may try to do. Been talking about a couple of years, I'd like to look that up.
Are we gonna do all the way up to 18U?
Yeah, I'm talking about,
Okay.
you made it till
Okay.
18.
We had that conversation 3 meetings ago about more involvement with the adult stuff.
Yeah.
So if that means that's the number we need for that,
Let me make sure.
sure.
State, government works a little bit different.
No,
If
yeah.
we get a revenue, let's say in October, you know, Rick says, hey, I've had some interest in, I don't know. And we say, hey, let's create it, let's put it in reg desk, and it's a $50, you know, registration fee. As we get a revenue, we can make a budget amendment and say, here's the revenue, here's the expense. So it's not, this is a living document.
Yeah. Mine's like steering an oil tanker. You're not.
Real small government, we send it straight to the council, make a budget.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
And if it's internal, and let's say another, we got a process called a journal entry. The council, the manager, in the budget, one first line of the budget is an internal move, like department to department. You know,
Yeah.
Not department, recreation to recreation.
Yeah, line
Okay.
item move.
It's important to move that, so let's say for some reason we were over budget in outdoor soccer and under budget in baseball. It was sure.
We can flip it.
Sure.
Okay.
So, and that's a process of just.
Yeah,
So,
for me,
it's
that
a little
process.
bitty document. It's
Mhm.
July 1st. If it looks like it's supposed to, July 1st, June 30th, we have done something wrong.
Sure. And yeah, I totally agree with you there, because that is not like moving hours.
So basketball's got a little increase. Again, indoor soccer is more of a realistic, case, of what we're actually spending and, saying it grows a little bit.
Okay.
I think we did have a few less restorations than we need to do this year. But that might have been due to, I think we got a problem advertising. I had a lot of late restorations that tell me they had a problem advertising.
So, okay, so you opened that door. Let's climb into Pandora's box. We were putting stuff on the sign at the elementary school, and our registrations shot through the freaking roof to the point that we couldn't almost handle them. And then someone, and I don't know who, had them hit the brakes on that, and our numbers fell. Are we back to
I don't
putting them
know-
on there?
I don't know what you're talking about, if that sign didn't give up until last summer.
So we advertised one whole season on that board, and our numbers for that season were high. We sat right here at this table and looked through them. And
We didn't have that sign. This is the first season we've had that sign.
I know one
It
season,
went up last year.
I know
It
one
went up
season of
last year, it
sports,
might be two.
I know one of our seasons registration
So
was
to
on that
answer your
board.
question, yes.
Okay.
Our registrations go up there, they have a beautiful decorative sign, and, that sign is high resolution.
It is.
We can give her a good picture, and she puts it up there.
Okay.
This Rosado isn't really good about putting anything up there.
Okay. That was, and that's really all the question is can we get,
They took the flyers to school.
sure.
What happened to the flyers?
They didn't go out to the parents. We know that.
We're gonna do better with that.
Okay.
That spring restoration sign, get it out, it's some airport.
When- and-
But it just the number of parents that I didn't know this was.
Is there a way for us because those registration periods are specific times of the year. They're very
It has
specific
to be
windows.
very early.
They do.
When people are not thinking, you're not thinking baseball when there's snow. But that's when restoration.
But I would also love to see those headlined on the front page of the selma-nc.com website, which they're not there often. You have to dig in and get into Parks and Rec, and then you suddenly see it.
So we failed on that this year.
That's fine.
So we're
I
gonna
mean,
do a lot better this year.
oh,
But
that's,
yeah, thank you. But we still got good numbers. I'm right.
yeah. No, you know as well as I do. I'll sit up here and I'll say the things, but I'm proud of what we're doing. This is what we've been doing. We're not.
Yeah, and just from my experience in elementary schools, like, so getting the concessions, getting the parent group involved with the concessions might have more of an impact on your registrations than you will concessions, because I used to do fundraising at elementary schools. It's what I did for about 5 years. And what we would do, if you ask the teachers to put them in, hand them out, put them in, they don't go home. You have room moms or parents that come in and volunteer to, hey, I'm gonna throw these in the backpacks before they go home. They go home. And so having that relationship and the concessions, I think will bleed into advertising.
I agree.
To 20 plus years of scouting, and I can tell you the same thing goes there. The more parents are involved,
Yep.
the more things happen.
Teachers, they forget, and it's not intentional. It's
not.
they've got
They got other stuff
more
to do.
than
Yeah.
they need going on.
Yeah. My son, one of my oldest, is a teacher or was a teacher. He stopped being a teacher because of this exact reason. Too much to get done.
Cheer is just expensive.
Yeah.
Got a decent little squad, get that organization.
That's good.
Just different uniforms, they're very expensive. Teams, we don't really spend a lot, we don't have, we would like to see that become a thing. Never spend money,
So is that 1,000 supposed to include fixing the nets, doing the things that we've?
do that this year.
Okay, and so that 1,000's not coming out of, that's not cutting that.
We've got a bigger. Pickleball.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
We need a league.
I agree.
They will
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Every single night, what working folks don't see, everything.
Uh-huh.
Older generation.
Are out there.
I see the SRAC at night, every night. I mean,
Yeah.
all their tennis courts are pickleball courts.
Drive by
It's
ours,
true.
drive by ours. I
We
mean,
need a.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
This is an old one, DCW does, we used to spend a little team good money, we don't spend anything, we just rent it, build that take care of it. So there's no fun in
Okay.
there. Softball.
Okay.
Down a little bit, we tried last year and we had a very successful fire department tournament last year. That brought a lot of folks in the town, making us trigger some things, so we're working on putting fish down.
Oh, and we're gonna try to go all the way up through adult,
Okay.
like we talked about? Okay. I would love to see that. I think that would be,
Oh, I think.
I think it would help that baseball program as well.
Mm-hmm.
Volleyball, same thing, is just more realistic what we actually spend.
No.
Just one team, we got our, supposed to rent, that's doing practices and games there, that's pushing that a little bit.
So that's gonna only be indoor volleyball at the basketball. Okay. Okay. Because we had talked at one point about designing in an outdoor volleyball.
If we get
at
a part of
Harrison.
we definitely wanna go that way, but we gotta have.
We gotta build it before they can come. So, okay.
The safety supplies, we just kinda kept that where it's at, we haven't spent a lot of money this year, we did spend some more. And some of these are like repairs to, things that trip hazards and things used to have just one line in the general fund for safety.
Mhm.
And people count right over, and divide by our safety funds. Put the line out in each department.
I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Also takes care of like first aid kit refill.
Um,
Pretty simple. Travel and training, the main thing we need there.
Yep.
Certification. Inspections.
okay.
They all off the top of the head, but there's actually certification to say, learning steps should be this high, this is a problem. Most of them don't sense.
Do we need more in that with us trying to haul a new director in to get them over to UNC?
Let's let them sign.
Okay,
Let's let them sign.
okay. Yeah, I would like to see us push that UNC School of Government and push
We're
this.
actually gonna bring a lot of those classes to self.
Okay,
HR is working on that, if you host it, you get a tremendous discount.
You do.
don't have to
a
pay
massive discount.
training and travel and stuff to, because it's here.
Yeah.
And we got a beautiful place to do it.
We do. Okay, I'd love to see that.
Do the subscriptions, I've got that highlighted, if they got questions about it, they couldn't really tell me. So, that kind of up in the air.
Is that supposed to include rec desk and
No,
stuff?
that's a contract service.
Okay, so that's what I figured, but I was making
Business
sure I asked
subscriptions are usually like, you know,
a baseball association thing.
yeah, and then like if there's associations, like
Mhm.
that. Building maintenance repair, again, that's usually a crapshoot. Lot, it's an old building, so we keep something in there, but major things come out of public facilities. I think that's a very realistic.
So what buildings does that maintenance and repair
This right here
cover?
is just the gym itself, and their building, the Harrison,
So just the Harrison buildings. Okay,
and grounds, you know, if we need to.
So- what covers, like Brack Wilson, the building we've got there? What covers, what's gonna cover the old train station?
Yeah, I mean, that could be something, that would be inclusive of that, but,
Okay,
you know, the maintenance of it is, the
sure.
project is.
No, not the project, but I'm trying to think forward. What about the civic center? Is it gonna still sit in
This
its,
goes on,
sit in its own budget?
goes on foot.
Okay,
Maintenance repair, which is-
okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to,
So equipment, these are like small things we need our, we need, basically small tools. And he needs a new chainsaw battery.
can we bump that one up? And here's my thought process for that. We're gonna start needing things to do out there at the nature park. And then he's gonna start needing more of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true. I don't know if we'll need it this year, we'll move it to.
I mean, even if we bump it up now and we don't get it, but we can still, it gives us grounds for next year.
Maintenance repair vehicle, that's a couple of changes for the truck. This year, so it's just mileage. we need to do. Other with,
Okay.
see, we bumped this up, tremendously.
Yes.
We got, let's see, let me say this like this, right? All the baseball
Yep.
we were doing, which we didn't have any last year, but we hired a firm. We hired one guy, let's say we hired Mr. Good, and he's got a series of bumps.
Mm-hmm.
And we pay him, say it's $1,500, I'm just thinking of it. And he handles that for us here. We just give him schedules, what pay for it.
Sure.
We're doing that with everything.
Yep.
We're using a lot of part-time staff to be.
That was the best move we ever made.
That was not a good idea. So this is why that got, so this is to cover everything, indoor soccer, to outdoor soccer. They have refs for T-ball, because it's not that, but other than that, yeah, that's a good question.
So that's gonna be all baseball, all soccer, all basketball, volleyball.
So quality officials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Officials, not
They're,
volunteers.
they're officials.
There we go.
They're actual officials, not just volunteers wearing a shirt.
Yeah, because that was one of the, I know when we made that
Yeah,
move,
I
we
mean,
saw.
last year,
it's-
Yeah.
we had like just basic rules questions that we didn't.
Okay.
So, Contract services, again, it's rec desk, and pest services, or the basic, not anything, but it is rec desk, it's just a big one, and there's I think it's called scheduling. Yes, there's, a lot of this is new programs.
You said there's another major one, rec desk and what?
Copter Rental was a big one, software restoration and credit card, there's a credit card.
It's the clearing.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's an in and then reconcile.
Yep, I know what it is. So,
So, special events, these are the things that come up. This is not the event, we've got an event, but these are the things that just come out that we handle. This is kind of like
Okay.
equipment not counting.
yep,
Floor buffer, picnic tables, they'll sell aluminum bleachers, 2 sets of aluminum bleachers, and upgrade our biggest. Equipment not capital is anything under 5,000. These capital is anything.
that everything that they can think of they need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid capital outlay for me, I'll have anything in. I gotta yell, I need to do something there.
Sure.
The big thing that is on our mind, I think, is we have had 3 folks come out. Yeah, well, 2, one more coming. One of them said he won't touch it.
Okay, let me pause for just one second. For both of you guys, there is a little playground park on South Sumner Street. I asked 2 years ago, something like that, if we could move it to a property that we own a little further away from Harrison. That's actually where one of our pump stations is, but we have this huge lot. And if we moved the park there, it would actually be further away from Harrison, which already has a playground and it will have a playground and all that good stuff anyway. And it actually services 3 little neighborhoods that would have otherwise not been serviced by a playground. So that's what this is all about, is moving that park. Sorry.
So what we got there is an old slide that we stacked there several years ago. Got, Jungle Gym equipment, I don't know the proper name, but these are all old equipment. Got 2 newer deals, one's like a rope climb old deal, and another nice swing set. The swing set and the, other one could be, they're nice, the other one's the
Replaced.
replaced. So we used to have a lot of expense specific, because I'll tell you what, if you think Cadillac's high, you look at playground equipment, it's tremendously high. So I don't know what the number will be. I don't think we'll be able to knock it out in a year. I think it's something that may have to go, may have to build the grounds and equipment here, equipment there. You're taking a big liability, especially if somebody's coming to you, you don't think you use that. Verify.
Yeah.
To actually put in service. So there's, so I don't know that number yet.
Okay.
I have been asked, we do a budget retreat annually, with the council, they give us their priorities. One of their priorities was a slide and edge report. We're looking at about $8,000 to $12,000 depending on the type.
Okay.
One of the few playgrounds you ever see about slide, it's a little slide.
So if we took Sumner off the list completely for this next fiscal, and actually made it into a part of our plan to put together a real package, since I didn't realize that we had problems with the equipment itself. When we were talking about this, and I didn't realize that, would we be better off to just nix that number from your, even the worry about getting quotes?
Well, I need to get some numbers. We need something to build on, even when we get to quote. And while you probably talk about that, this is something else that we're doing. We looked at the Part F for where we're going.
Yeah.
And the experts, the people that write grants, y'all ain't ever gonna get this. The ask is not matching everything else. And when we got our last turn down, our second turn down, the things that we missed, the company that did it missed a lot. And they are what they are. So, talk to some other folks. We could have rushed and tried to apply this spring, but we need to redo our master plan.
Yeah.
Round up, we need to redo that surveys. Got to get in it. We don't have time this year, so we still.
Well, we still don't have that access part from our other parts of town, which was a huge point loss for us.
So we've engaged with the Travel now to.
Okay.
This part of it next year.
Okay.
So we got a whole year to work with that, y'all with me.
Yep.
That's a lot, but if we don't get those things done, and that, why bring it up?
Yeah.
This is exactly what we need to do. The other thing that they impressed in, those surveys, our master plan's got to reflect those surveys.
It does.
It can't reflect what, hey, this is a good idea, we want to do this. It's got to reflect what this they need. That's
Yeah.
red writing. But it does happen.
Well, and we were having such a problem. I mean, we tried the survey twice and our response was
Yeah, and that's because
dismal.
we tried to,
So-
we're not just people.
No, we're not. No, that's why that first year, we crammed that one through, but the second year I was like, please get them.
The design you did,
Mhm.
to me, looked like, oh, this is great. It was.
No, and I said that up front. I said, I'm not the person that, this is a preliminary, this is what we would like to accomplish. Now hand this to a professional.
Hey, it's cool, I'll use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get paid for your work.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's session.
Yep.
That's where we're at. I think this is a very doable budget.
Okay.
We're gonna rebuild this place. Y'all tell, we're gonna rebuild this thing, get it back to the quarter days. We want it to be here, because we're doing it on so many sports. But we're failing on so many others. And,
Where are we at with the professional consultants to help us rewrite that master plan? Okay,
that's part of what we got.
where is that money? Is it gonna come out of this budget? Is it gonna come out of one of the other project
We
budgets?
probably will, still waiting on some numbers from.
Okay. Okay.
Overall, budget's looking pretty good. We got some big gifts, some areas they have planned to do. Creative things to us. Yeah, there's some big gifts, but overall, we're doing pretty good. I'm probably about 3 weeks in final, and I think your meeting works perfect, because, as we get this, I'll send y'all what I feel like when this is my go against, right? The proposed budget, but, they'll get it in the end of April.
Mhm.
Y'all meet one week and a half after that, so y'all will get the budget, and then the public hearing. I think that'd be good, representative of this board to say.
Yep.
We endorse, or, hey.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Okay.
All my questions were.
What's our realistic, with where the town budget is, what's the realistic expectation? Do you think that this is gonna fit into what will be able to be approved? See anything, Big Awesome.
I feel like we're close, so.
Well, if you go pick apart the town's budget, it's tight to the penny. And so that's why, I mean,
Yeah.
and it should be tight to the penny. I want them to
And you
be
can see,
realistic, but
this is a slight
Yeah.
reduction. I
It
would
is.
not call this a cut, I would call this a realistic budget.
Yeah.
There's a difference. We're cutting because, hey, we can't afford to do things. This is not what this is. This is a realistic, how do we make this thing grow in the right places?
because I mean, we got,
If I did this and it came up 100,000 more, I'd still be presenting to you. This is realistic, not, we can't cut 5% out of the budget. It's not that.
because that's, I mean, for you guys, I mean, the nature park is gonna be amazing, but that needs to be looked at as it is going to be 10 years from now before we open the final part of that thing. We're working with Johnston County to get a footbridge across the river that we're gonna be on the Mountain to Sea Trail. We're gonna be having all kinds of things going on out there, so we're gonna be
It's
working on
pretty
that.
well, if we should take, food trip.
We should. I would actually love to go to every park as this board.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because, I mean, these guys are
Yeah, we need to see every park and talk about every little bit of it at some point. So I'd love to do that as a special gathering and go tour the parks. So, because we have some cool things that we need to be starting to dream about, but it's a big budget. So, thank you, Phil. I guess I will unofficially close our wonderful discussion. I don't even have to gavel it because it's not a real meeting, but,